Hello Tech Genius, I am Ravi. Have you ever imagined a place where learning is as dynamic as the technology shaping your world? Then here's a deal. With iMatix, you can make sure the learning is exciting, impactful right from the beginning. You have interactive sessions with expert-led courses. In the world of tech, from data science to cloud computing, it's not just about a session, it's about doing, building, learning by solving real problems. So let's get started. Today we'll be talking about customer contracts, how to create your customer contracts, how to create your schedules, and how to create your customer invoices from the contracts. First, we'll look at the customer contract VP. We'll type VP customer contract. You see here we have different BPs here like customer contract alternate event, customer contract amendment event, like when you change the customer contract, this BP will get triggered. Customer contract event for global modern services like somebody has created for the GMS companies, and customer contract has a liability constitution. And this is our primary one customer contract event. We'll look at the default definition. Now if you see, we just have one step here which is like initiate and then complete. Normally it would be like in customer contract. When you talk about customer contracts, it would be almost like 2-3 only steps, only not a bigger one. It happens only on the supplier side, but at the customer level it's just like 2-3 steps. And who can do this? You can initiate the customer contracts like implementers, billing specialists, customer contracts. There is no approval here, which is good. You don't have to worry about like proxy and then doing the things. Let's start. The task is create customer contract. We'll select our company here. Our company is, do you remember? Blinkit. Absolutely right, is BGC. And the customer was Reliance Hotel. Now let's talk about different contract types. I'll just show you this also, how to create customer contract types. First we'll create a basic one and we'll see how the UI looks like, and then we'll talk about the sub part of it. For now, I'll just master here. Once I do that, automatically pick contract templates which we'll talk about later on. But for now, we'll just say create a blank customer contract. The effective date of this is showing us 3rd of January 2023. You can mark it as 01 also. That 1st of January part effective. The contract signed it also. You can say 0101. Contract name. We can name it like a link it first contract. Then you put first customer contract description. We can say this is to test how the customer contract works in the system. Then we have a PO number field. Basically, when we are sending goods and services to the customer, right? We are entitled as a supplier. We are the suppliers who are providing goods and services. Obviously, we would have received a PO number from the customer that these are the items that we need. You can put that to your number here. Salesperson who helped to generate this sale or a contract with the customer. We can put Teres or Serrano here. This text code comes by default whenever you will select lands hotels on the transaction, but we'll get rid of this text code for now. Discount and premiums. We'll see in an example how to create these discounts and premium, how they get aligned and everything. Contract amount. We'll just say 12,000. This is a 1,000 contract with the customer. You can call it every month. Additional work tag if you want to add with this apart from the cost center and project and region business unit. And apart from that, if you want to add any additional information, you can do by clicking on this initial work text. And whatever work text are enabled for the customer contract, you can select it from here. Different things are available. Now we have different tabs here. One is like goods and service, one is usage based, one is projects, one is contract notes, one is billing, one is checklist. We'll see how this checklist appears. What is this checklist? How to get this checklist? And what is this usage based? What is the project based? For now, under goods and services only, you can see you have different tabs here. Line details revenue and billing, renewal terms notes. We'll go to additional information. We'll go to each of this tab to see what the information they hold or what information we need to enter. Sales item, we said like we have this. Trismap to Blinkit glossaries. Now we'll see different examples of line type. Also fixed amount, prepaid like it was already paid by the customer. Now we're just delivering the goods and services. Fixed amount billing only. We are just sending the billing only things. Fixed amount revenue only. We will get the revenue also from this one. These are Workday delivered. It's not like you can customize it. These options are delivered by Workday. We cannot modify them. We have this option. First of all, we'll just say fixed amount. Got one error. Select the text applicability that corresponds to the text code on this contract or amendment. Somebody has enabled a custom validation. We need to delete. Does it change the error? Because somebody may have put a custom validation that if you select fixed amount, billing only or fixed amount, then you have to put a text code. We'll talk about the custom validation also. Now you see here. Now that's one feature here, that the moment you change a different line type, it says revenue only. Then you have to go to the revenue and billing section. And here you can define those things. This is from which day to when you and when you overwrite. If it is deferred or accrued or whatever it is. If you don't want to do that, let me go back and we'll say fixed amount billing only. Let's say for this also. We do not have any error here, which is good. Looks nice. We'll say 12 here. Bump. That's fine. Unit price will say 1000 here. It can match the overall contract amount of 12,000. Discounts and premium will see another example. Now you see these two fields here. List unit price and list extended amount. They are still at 140 only. What does it mean? Why it's not showing 1,112 quantities? Because the per bundle price of this was 120 only. This is per unit or per bundle price. If you multiply this with 12, it will become 1440. We don't need to make any changes here. Although you can do, but it doesn't impact anything. Our invoices will be still billed for 1,000 every month. It's just telling you that the original unit price was 120 per bundle. And if you multiply that with 12 quantities that we are ordering, it will become 1440. No need to worry about this part. We can leave it. Revenue and billing. When your treatment is deferred or accrued, we'll talk about it. We'll give a detailed example of this. What is accrued and what is deferred? If you want, you can do a Google also. If you want in depth, like you have any doubts or concerns, but I'll give you examples. Lot of examples on this one. That what is accrued and what is deferred. Now this revenue is from which date to which date? We'll say this is our revenue from 01.01/23 to end of this year, which is 12.31 to 0.23. Now this is our revenue for entire year from this customer. As part of this contract, they can be multiple contract. But for this contract, this is our revenue. Now billing will happen from which date to which date. Maybe it's like just 3 months, we'll bill them, and that's all. That's all. But you can say no, we'll bill them every month. The billing would happen each month and it would start from this date to this date. Renewal terms. Now remember, we are still under this one time only goods and services. Under that only we are filling all this information. Renewable terms. Is it renewable? Like, well, in 2024, will this customer contract be renewed? If, then we have to click on this. Will it be considered as a new business that we have received from the client? You think? Then click on this checkbox, otherwise leave it. When you will be renewed, what would be the quantities? You can say 12 only, and again it will be in 1000 each. From date to which date? Would you learn 231.224? Will it be auto renew and co-terms like terms of this contract will be same? Co-term is like terms will be same or not? We'll say yes. And please auto renew this once this 2023 contract expires. Then who would be customer bill to contact? This is we had set up in the customer side. Richard Jameson would be the customer bill to contact. Opt-out period days. How many days customer will have opt-out from this contract? We'll just say 5 days. Within 5 days, the customer can tell us if they want to go ahead with this customer contract. Now we'll just add some notes here. The customer can call us 5 days before this contract starts. We'll go to the notes section here. Now this has different line memos. At the line level of the invoice, what memo would be printed? Line notes section, what notes would be? Remember, there's a notes section in the line invoice line document. The line billing notes, when the billing would happen, what would be the notes? Revenue line notes. To segregate all this to see a different UI and section, let's write down, this is our line memo. And now to show you where it reflects on the customer invoice document. This is our line notes. This is our line billing notes. This is our vendor line notes. Then if you have some additional information about this contract now, this market segment, like somebody just enabled this. For the customer contract, we went through like maintain related Workday usage, and maintain Workday usage is the same thing. Somebody just went ahead and enabled this custom thing there. We don't need to worry about it. Like text code, if you want to enable some text codes here, text applicabilities, and I'll just show you this checklist part and the building up. Also the contract notes. If you want to add any contact notes, you can say this is our customer contract notes billing. In the billing section, you would see this. A fields here like payment terms would be immediate. Payment type would be like by which payment type the customer would pay us back. Will it be check billing notes? We need to build them, build the client. We need to build the client every month, every 15th of the month. You can say it like this. It's not really much you like to cover later. Everything is like customer contact details that have been new and everything. But maybe BB process should be different for this. Absolutely see. Most of things relates to peoples of only because even I was in people for 6 years. Majority of the things they have copied from PeopleSoft. But the UI is much comfortable than the PeopleSoft part. Right? You was little flexible and you know more detailed and looks easy to fill information. Let me just recap for our machine or she. Just like we create customer invoice, there's a task for it. Create customer invoice. Similarly, we have a create customer contract where we have filled the company or customer or currency. Here, just like in the customer invoice currency, we have customer contract currency, also contract type. I have not shown how to create the contract type, which I'll show you now. Effective date when this contract will be started will be an effective date that will be 1st January 2023 when this contract was signed. It can be like 1st of January, 2nd of January also you can see yes 1st of January 2023. Contract name, a name of this contract. We'll just say blanket first customer contract, a description of it, any related customer contract which is a part of this contract. There can be another contract which is a continuation with this customer for some goods and services we are delivering to them, right? They can be continuation with this also, which I'm not selecting right now, any parent customer contract. They can be a parent customer contract, and under that you can have a child customer contract also. Same thing, a PO number who helped to execute this sales for this customer contract. You can say there's a select the person name. If any tax code applies that 5 cents 6% on overall goods and services that we're delivering, we can select that. Also discounts and premium that I have not shown yet. I'll show you what is the task name and how do we use the discounts and premium in the customer contract. The contract amount, like if whatever the contract amount is, like it can be 12,000 and 14,000 and $1 million, $10 million, whatever it is, then we have different tabs. Here are goods and services, usage based projects, contract notes, billing checklist, the checklist also. I have not shown how to create a checklist and how it will come along with the customer contract types. That will also cover, and for now I just went to this goods and services, selected the sales item which we created earlier, also pack of biscuits. It's linked to blanket groceries. If you go to line details here under line type, you have different line types here like fixed amount, billing only, revenue only prepaid or repaired by the customer. We'll go through each and every example of this. Different line types. Then line item description, pack of different biscuits. That was the tiered item description, but this has got nothing to do with the contract, right? What is not really discussing? We were just discussing how to create a contract, and now we are going again to the sales invoice. After this, we'll create the schedules, and from schedules, we'll create the invoices. This is the overall contract that we are. Whenever you have signed the customer contract with the client, those information you are entering here in this down part, this is down party, like you're just mentioning. It will be a fixed amount every month, and then we do billing only for this much for 12 quantities, 1,000 each. Every month we'll bill them for the 1,000, like one quality which costs around $10,000. Then I set this list unit price and list excellent. People get confused that why it's not showing $12 here and 12 here. List unit price meaning is this is the original per unit price. This is the original per unit price, and if you multiply it by 12, it will become 1440. It's just showing you that if you go ahead with the original per invoice amount, per unit amount, it will be this much, only 1440. But we are overriding this. We have to do this. You got it? Then under event in billing, we have two options, deferred and accrued, which I'll show you a detailed example. What does it mean? Let me come back to the first part of it, and from date to which date this contract would be like. This revenue is from which day to which date. We are saying from 1st 20 to 12/31 20 to 3. Billing will happen from which day to which date. From this date to this date to this date. Renewal terms. If it will be renewed, yes, it will be renewed. Renewal quantity. What would be the renewal quantity? We'll say 12 here. Renewal rate will say 1,000. Again, when this will be renewed, it will be 1,000. Renewal amount would be 12,000. From which day to which date it will be effective. From 1st of January 2024 to that we have to change 1 second, 12, 13 and 24. Will the terms remain same when it will be renewed? Yes, click on this checkbox. Will be auto renewed. Yes, do that. And who would be billed to contact Richard Jameson? Opt out period, like how many days the customer will have to opt out from this customer contact. We'll say 5 here, and we've just made some notes here. The customer can call us 5 days before this customer contract starts. We'll go to notes. We just added some lines just to see when they will be reflected on the customer invoice side. The simple notes, nothing else. We'll come to the additional information here now. In additional information, the company is there, the tax related details are there, but nothing much to do. Explore. Clear tool here. Great, now I'll hit submit here. You got one error, contact one. The venue move. It's the same. Only I'm wondering if it's asking us to override this. This is the reason why. This looks nice. Let's hit submit. Now I'll write this contact command, contract land when you want to speak for to contact, submit contract. What is this? This is 12,000. This is also been 10,000. Now we were new in billing. I'm wondering when you're running. 1 is 0 here. What's wrong here? Wait, let's see the custom validation here. Somebody is not playing right here. Let's see the customer validation. We have something here. I don't think. Only custom contact with the customer validation. Let me think about it. Maintain custom validations. The customer validated. No validations here. Here also it's not there. Let me see contract type, linked contract in news. Twitter person, one type research contact time results, not there. This is fine. If I just go ahead and say maintain testing contract, right, but I'm not using the template. Also, it should not link to the template part. No, I cannot because on the BP also I did not find it. Oops, we have anything, yet it's not for James. It could not be clean to James for sure. Initiation only. I don't see any issues here. Give me 1 second. Guys going on mute for like 30 seconds again. Thank you. 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 Let me get rid of this text code here. I really want to see why it's coming here now. Let's go and see this item here. Let's get it. The moment I'm selecting, this is going here. Goods and services. Let's see where the text code is. Contact for the moment. I just need to select the text applicable device. Let's go and see what I'm going to do. Here we go. Revenue over atom or nothing here. From which date to which date this revenue is from 2001, 2031. Billing will be happening from 1st of January to 31st of December. Billing will be the same as the revenue is from yours into one. Billing will be the same as the revenue is from 21st of December. Billing will be the same as the revenue is from 21st of December. If you want to enter the report, recording you auto-renew. Octave days will be 5 for the customer. Any additional information, no text codes are applicable. I'm not putting any notes here. Let's hit submit. This is done. If you just look at the customer contract, this is our customer contract. And this is approved because we did not have any approval step there. If you see the line level, related action, these options you get. Great billing schedule, view line history, business process, view security and all those things. At the header level, if you click on the related action, 1 second. Oh, what's going on? At the header level, if you just go down, if you see, you can do amend the customer contract means you can change the customer contract. You can copy this customer contract. You can create a billing schedule. You can create a change order, like change this customer contract with some terms and conditions. Create a related customer contract from this customer contract. We'll see all these options. Create an alternate customer contract. Create multiple element revenue allocation. There was an option like, while creating this customer contracts, we'll cover that part too. Create a template from this customer contract. Manage attachments. You are not seeing the attachment options. People do ask, how do I attach an attachment here? Maybe like the signed contract with the customer. Where do we attach it? From the customer contract related action. You can do that. Manage attachments. Therefore driven waterfall report. It's nothing. It's like a myth. A billing schedule. You can create a billing schedule from here. Also, billing schedule from here and billing schedule from here. We'll see different features. Like what happens if I create from here? What happens if I create from here? And what happens if I create the billing schedule from here? We see you're getting creating the option here to create the billing schedule from 3 different places or 3 different ways. We'll click on this one and then I'll first it has picked up some information for us, which is good. Then we have this company, a customer name, bill to address, the current system, you see, schedule type. Will it be like prepaid, spread even, subscriptions? Spread even is like the amount of this customer contract. Whatever the schedule will be defined here. Like it will be monthly, quarterly, it will allocate. Like if it is quarterly, then it will do 3,000 every quarter. It is monthly, 10,000 every month. Subscription based. Whenever I use the services, just like a Netflix, and you know of e-commerce website platforms where we pay them on monthly basis, like 200 rupees per month. It's a subscription based. Whenever we'll pay, we'll get these services. Whenever we'll not pay, we'll not get these services. When a subscription prepay means if it has been already paid by the customer, we'll see all these three options. A lot to cover on the customer contract side, and then more to cover on the supplier side as well. We'll see. Spread even for now. Schedule description, a month. Billing schedule, a monthly. Billing schedule, will it be a milestone based? Some contracts are in a milestone. You hit the milestone. How are the milestones defined here? You can create a date milestones. We'll see different examples. Just to explain what is milestone here, you say, you will see in the construction industry. In the construction industry, they have a milestones that they will set up the first floor. Then they will ask you of some amount from your part of your home loan that we have done the first floor. Set second floor set up, third floor set up, fourth floor set up, or the ground floor. The tile work has been done. There are the different milestones, which is discussed with you earlier when you buy the house. And as part of this is also mentioned, your home loan agreement also that we have to pay whenever you build a first part of it or third part of it. As and when my home is near to the completion, I'll pay the amount. Those are called milestones. Basically more into your construction industries. We'll see these examples also. Right now, we're just seeing a very basic customer contract, billing method, spread even, that we have selected here. As you can see, you can define installments. You can select 12 installments, 14 installments, 6 installments. You can do that too. You can say custom billing method also. As and when we select different options, things will change here. We'll see that part 2. What would be the billing frequency? Will it be monthly, quarterly, semi-annually? Whatever it is, clear with this? For our demo, we'll set monthly. From which date to which date will happen? We'll say from 1st of January to 31st of December. And same thing you can do here. If you say 12, it will define 12. What would be the invoice date? When you will create the schedules from date. Which is it is effective? This one. From date, this one. It's talking about use to date. Will it be like to date, 31st, or last day of the month, or day of the month? You can define the month also, day of the month also. It will be like 10th, whatever date or day of the month you want to describe. Amendment processing. What does it mean? That if you change the contract or you amend the customer contract, for XYZ, do you want to regenerate installments with updated information? If you see, click on this checkbox here. We just have to click on the save and continue. You will see different headers here or tabs here. Schedule header. What it's talking about, this section. Do you want to change anything here in this section? Then click on this. At retention terms, what would be the retention terms if you want to retain this contract? Manage line. If you want to go back and change some information on the line level, go to this manager line. Diff installments. If you want to installment amount yourself, what would be the first installment, second installment, amount, installment. If you want to do that yourself, then click on installments. You can see system has denied installment because we have defined the last December and it has 1000 questions on there. With this, please do let me know if you're not getting the concept of it or the part of it. Step by step, you were saying something, just saying all. Come back to this. It will show. It was not showing the installment. You can see the installment. We billing schedule. Schedule. You can see this is done. What you can do, if you go to schedule now, if you see the contract, under contract, you have a different tab now, all schedules. If you go to schedule now, if you see the contract, if you come to schedule, click on the schedule here. We have different installments now. From this installment now, generate the, click on this installment related action and say create customer invoice. This will be looking like we hit on refresh. One more refresh. One more refresh. One more refresh. This is done. Invoice has been generated. Now this invoice will have the link of the customer contract that we just created this invoice from. Billing schedule. You can see the billing shoot is already linked to this one. Billing installment is also linked to this customer invoice. And we scroll towards, right? You will see the customer contract line also. You can see additional work tax. The customer contract is linked here. Click on the customer contract here. You can see the billing details here. Payment terms, schedules here. And you can see the billed amount is 0.12 because I just created the invoice. Once we pay the invoice, it will reflect the amount here also. If you click on schedules, the billed amount was 12,000 and student amount completed is 0. Spread up even, a monthly billing schedule. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.